Good morning everybody, and a big COVID-19 welcome back to On The Limiter. So today, I spoke in the previous video with Dan that we were going to do a summer bargain convertible buy. Now, you might be watching this video thinking we're not even going to be out the house for summer. You might be right in thinking that. I probably agree. I don't think anybody knows how long this virus is going to last and if we're even going to get a summer or not. But before all this happened, I basically spoke to a guy locally who had a cheap convertible for sale, and it was the one that I'm in now. Obviously, if you don't know what it is, I have a 2000 X-Plate 306 bright yellow, which by the way I love a yellow convertible. So the Ferrari 355 convertible in yellow is one of my most favourite cars. So I know it isn't a Ferrari, and we're not quite on the same level, but for the money I've paid for this car, it just goes to show, you know, bargains are out there. If you want a convertible for summer, something that's like modern classic, you don't need to break the bank to buy you one. So luckily enough, obviously I paid for this car, I think it was about a week before COVID took off, and the guy was nice enough to say obviously he would drop it off for me because I didn't really want to leave the house. So the guys delivered the convertible. Obviously we've disinfected the full inside of it and stuff before we've gotten in it, obviously to be safe. And luckily enough for me, the unit where I work from is enclosed. It's a key and a padlock on the gate so nobody can get in there. So I'm literally making the 2-mile trip from home to work now on my own, and I'm gonna do a little bit with the convertible and make a video on it. So the car itself, I was against 2000 X-Plate, bright yellow. These have got Pininfarina styling as well. I don't know what styling there is because there's not much style inside this car, but it's decent enough. So it's covered, what have we covered? It's covered 129,000 miles. This little car was an MOT failure, so it failed on mostly brake pipes, wanted brake pipes all the way through. Now I bought the car blind, it was cheap. Basically I paid £350 for this car, which I thought was a little bargain. So I never saw it. So I bought it blind. I rocked up this morning. Obviously the guy had come, dropped it off, had a good look around it, and to be fair, I'm pretty happy with it. I think we've bought a canny little car. Bodywork's quite tidy, just a few age-related marks. Inside, obviously the leather trim's showing a few signs of age. Currently the hood's not working, it's electronic hood. It's a little bit tatty at the back as well. But you know, like, the sun's in my eyes there now, as you can probably see. I'm not too bothered about those negative points. Yes, it's a convertible. Yes, the electronic roof doesn't work. However, with these Peugeots, you can just disconnect the pump and put the hood to manual. So to me, that doesn't really bother me much. I mean, most of the old school cabbies that I had, like E36s, MX-5s, even the new MX-5s, they've got manual hoods. So to me, it doesn't really bother us. I'll have a look at the hood, get the auto electrician to check it. It's normally the pump on these, so the pump might be knackered. If the pump is knackered, you can get one reconned. I might fix it, I might not. But either way, you can still get the hood down, and it takes a couple of seconds, so it's not the end of the world. So I'll give you a little bit of look around the car, I'll point the negatives out, and kind of show you what we've bought for the money. But, you know, don't be disheartened if you're looking for a bit of a project. Cars like this can be bought. I mean, 350 quid. It drives bloody great, the clutch is great, the gearbox, the engine's nice, we've got no lights on the dash. So to me, I think it's a canny buy. It's looking all right at the minute. I'll give you a bit of a look round of the car, see what you think. So the interior of our 350 quid cabbie, obviously got a nice bit of leather in there. Same style as the 306 GTI 6 seats. The bolsters are quite nice, and they're quite a nice seat to sit in, to be fair. For 20 years old, I don't think it's too bad. I mean, we just need to put maybe some black colour dye into these seats and re-dye them. I think they'll look okay. We've obviously got a bit of wear on the passenger seat, on the driver's seat bolster, which is currently taped up. You've got to love those kind of jobs. Look how good that looks, eh? But the rest of it, I mean, remember, this is a 20-year-old car now. It's an old motor. Doesn't look too bad. The back's the same. Obviously, little bits of wear marks, but obviously that'll all dye in as well. Here's obviously our lecky hood, which is currently not working. There's currently no power to that at all, so obviously it's been disconnected. We'll try and put the hood into a manual mode, but this is a 2-litre 16-valve SE model, so obviously we've got the aircon in here as well. But it should make for a nice car, I think. I mean, I'm quite happy with that for a 20-year-old. I think it's pretty decent. So what does 350 quid's worth of cabriolet look like? To be fair, I think it looks quite good. I'm quite happy with it. Obviously the front bumper, if you look down by the spotlight, there's a bit of paint where they've touched it in. Exactly the same on the passenger side, but that's not touched in. But generally, I mean, I think that's quite a nice looking car. Yeah, they're never going to be worth a fortune with these. I think the trick is not to go too far with them. And just remember, like, they're not going to be worth $1 million, you know. So you have to kind of see it for what it is. But generally, it's quite a bonny car. The hood does go down in manual mode. You've got to wind it by a little bolt in the boot, so it's not difficult to do. But I mean, the yellow normally paint fades. To be fair, I think the yellow's quite decent as well. You can see obviously it's running there, so I don't think we've got any running issues. The heaters are blowing hot. We don't have any lights in the dash or anything like that. So, and the drive of it, for me, it drives lovely. So, you know, you don't need to break the bank to have summer fun. Yeah, we all in isolation. We may not even get a summer yet, but if we do, bargains are available. I mean, this one was just, it wasn't anything daft. It was just Facebook Marketplace, sort locally, popped up. I think the lad wanted 500 quid for it, obviously with its MOT feel. I just bid him 350 and said, listen, obviously I'll buy it blind kind of thing. He accepted, so yeah, that's what 350 buys you. This is the bay now. To be fair, I'm pretty happy with that. I think that engine bay looks mint for its age. It's really tidy in there. Just obviously wants a little bit of titivation, so I'm going to get to that now and just give it a quick wipe over with some engine and machine cleaner and see what it looks like. About 25 minutes work. As you can see, the engine bay has come up really well. Just getting rid of the grease off some of the bottles, the fluid bottles and the strut tops, and just give it a quick once over. But yeah, for a 20-year-old, I think she's looking quite pretty. Thanks for watching the little video on our little Corona Cabriolet, 350 quid. We'll detail over the next few weeks of the prep work that goes in. So the failure sheet, we've got a CV boot to change. We've got some brake pipes to do, which we're going to do. I think we might paint the front bumper for what it's worth. It's the only bad bit in the car, so we're going to do that. But obviously content's going to be minimal, same as most YouTube channels, so just bear with us and we'll get stuff to you as of and when we can, once this all blows over. At the minute, obviously, I can only work out the unit, which is what I'm doing today, so stay tuned and we'll see you soon. Thanks very much.